Hi mate, a video says 1,000 words. I haven't put this back together, but it screws from underneath, so you have to take it out. You can't do what I'm going to show you to do, but this is basically the unit's broken down. That's how it is complete, obviously. Now all the screws are under, so it's got to come out, but that's the way your unit will look when you take it out. Right, that is the hardest screw to remove, because this cover is actually worth more than the old unit second hand. So just watch that cover. You can get it up. I got it up, but it isn't easy. Right, so when that's off, you've just got your plastics. Then that's a unit on its own. That's your handbrake. That just plugs in to the circuit. Easy. And there's that cover. There, your start button. All these, this is how they actually do set in. Then you come again. Oh, that's your selector. That tells what gear it's in, that little round bit there. Then underneath you've got your circuit board. Your circuit board plugs in two ways, which are there and there. You don't have to guess. They're actually, it's a 2-pin and a 3-pin. It's a 2-pin and a 3-pin. Right. And then, oh, just hold on one sec. I'll put it down. I'll put phone down. Right. That's that apart. That's that unit. Obviously you recognise it. And inside, there's just a regulator there. And this motor is what winds that up. Yeah, the regulator might have gone, but it is more than likely your circuit board. Now, these circuit boards you can't get. You're best buying the old unit. I found the units from £60 to £90 second hand. The plastics weren't very good, which this one's got scratches. I can't even see them now. No, I can't see the scratches, but obviously it wasn't as good as the one I took out. So I put my plastics on and put it back apart. But I used the old unit. I didn't even bother trying to have the circuit board tested. I'd got one of the lights gone there, which I didn't like. And then I'd got a problem with it locking. Other than that, it worked. So like I say, there's nothing in that that's hard. They're them plastic pins I'm talking about inside there, because that even comes out. And the plastic pins, if you can see them down there, they fall out and they jam that as well. So there's not much go wrong with it. It's easier just spend 60, 70, 80 quid to get one. It's basically, I wouldn't mess about with it, because I tried and there was that many little things wrong. I ended up doing it anyway. I ended up getting another one. But like I say, it's uncomplex. But if them little pins have gone inside there, you can't get them. So it is just easier. And that, under that, is literally... Oh, can you see the pin come out there? With the spring. There you go. Literally under there, if I could get it out. Yeah. See? Well, there's the plastic. It's just flirted out. That's it. It's all like the end of a pen. And then you got your belt underneath. And when that comes off, it is basically just a brass screw. So to me, I'd just get another one, because it's 90% going to be that. Because that controls everything. But it's entirely up to you. You could strip it down first and then start looking for one after if there is a problem. But I did it the other way around. I searched and searched and searched. Within 2 days, I'd got one for something like 70 quid or 79 quid with postage. And I just put my plastics on it. And that was gone. Oh, I did have another one. I had another one that somebody else had brought, and I took it apart. He said he didn't know if it was working, and I took it apart and there was nothing inside. So that's why I said stay away from one that they say they don't know if it works, because more than likely it doesn't. But it's a very complex piece of kit. 2 magnets there. Do what you want with it. I'll always send you help if you need it. You know what I mean? I've done a few of these now. Like I say, that handbrake unit, it fits back together that easy that it doesn't matter. And I'm not into electronics, I'm mechanical. So do it as you think best, but I just found it better just to buy a unit, take it apart from underneath, put my plastics on it. That was all scratched where I got it off. That was a nightmare to get off. And I just, because like I say, that cap thing's about 50 odd quid, just the cover that covers that, the plain flat cover. So like I say, it just paid overall just to change it. Well, I wish you luck. If you got any more questions, ask, but it is easy for me to send you a video. I'm going to piece all that back together, it'll be fun. It is easier to send you a video than actually send you messages. I hope that's good learning. Like I say, that's all that's in there. That's what unlocks your gear. That pulls, obviously, that back, which unlocks your gear, which is like, just literally fits on the end of there. Like I say, it's a very uncomplex unit, but go with it how you can, and I hope I can be some help. Okay, mate.
Right, following Stephen Harrison's useful video the other day, and the gear shifter problems on the XF. First of all, we've got all the centre console in bits, and one thing we've noticed is now we've got the circuit board exposed, and where my screwdriver is going, you will see that resistor has got a dry joint on that side of the board. If you look at it closely, you'll see a gap. So as part of my repair today, I'm going to attempt to resolder that. But for you guys out there that have had the issues with a shifter that rises but will not go out of park, this is the actual module. Now obviously, because it's in bits, the gear shifter is in its down position. As you can see, even if it rises, you cannot move it out of drive. Now I believe that resistor that's not working provides power to the solenoid, which is underneath this case. I'm not going to remove that at the moment because I believe I may have found my problem. But that solenoid operates this plastic gate. Now as you can see, the gate slides backwards and forwards, which is what the solenoid would do if it was receiving power. Now if you hold that gate back, which is what the resistor would do when you put your foot on the brake pedal, hey presto, you can turn the gear shift selector mechanism to the appropriate gears that you want. Obviously it would be a quick fix until such time if you wanted to order new parts. The only recommendation I would make is if you do decide to use this method and drive the car in this condition, don't touch the gear stick when the car is moving, because obviously at the moment you've got options to select various gears no matter what status the car is in, because you haven't got the facility to lock it in the appropriate gear that you want it in. I'll do a further update once it's all back together. Cheers buds. Right guys, after identifying we had a bus resistor and the issues with the gear stick not turning, we've just reconnected the battery. We've just sat the module on top of the console for the minute just to demonstrate what goes on. Now obviously we're going to start the car. We can see the button rises, which it's always done. My wife has got her foot on the brake pedal, and before we obviously couldn't turn the gear selector mechanism because the solenoid wasn't disengaging the locking mechanism. And as you can see, we've now repaired the resistor, and we now have a functioning module. For the sake of an hour and a half's work, removing the item from the vehicle, resoldering the resistor and putting the unit back together, the system now works exactly as it should. So I've not had to buy a new module, any replacement parts. I've just identified that issue, I presume because of the manufacturing defects from early models, resoldered that resistor, which was a 5-minute job, to be honest. Reassembled the unit. It's now just sat on top of the centre console. I'm now going to install it where it should belong, and we now have a functioning motor vehicle again. Thanks very much to Stephen Harrison. His video earlier on in the week explained exactly how this thing came apart. His help is much appreciated, and as you can see from his video and now my video, anybody else that's got similar issues can repair the same fault. Cheers guys, thank you.